Hi there, I'm Cody Carlton, and this is my week 3 presentation video. So this week, I really locked in the user interface elements and finished up some adaptive layout constraints. I also began the process of creating data and manipulating the data as far as the balances and the different budgets and everything like that. For working with the data, I was initially going to use core data. However, once I started getting into it, the if-let statements really became a hassle and to keep track of everything. So I put in the change request to use Firebase. And Firebase has really helped my project. And as far as code readability, maintainability, and everything like that. So I started off with integrating the authentication for Firebase using just an email and password authentication. As you can see here, I created 2 users, both with my email here. And then for my database, I have a pretty simple structure. In Firebase, they talk about keeping your data as flat as possible. So as you can see here, we have one user, and then we have the other user, which are both me. And then the user, whenever they create their account and they're actually using Ben, what happens is whenever they save data, it's saved based on their user identification, the UID number here, and the authentication, which is this big long string here. So once they go and save data, then this long string is saved here. And then they either have a budget to maintain or they have a goal to save up for. Now, as you can see here, I have one of the budgets is food, so you can say I want to only spend 20 bucks on food per week. And this could be for like going out and eating lunch somewhere rather than bringing your own lunch. And then underneath that, you have your current balance and the spend limit. And so what will happen is once Ben reaches the spend limit, he'll give you a message saying, hey, you've reached your spend limit for this week and whatnot. So just to demo some of this here, I already have signed up with those 2 email accounts, so now I will just log in here. That way we can move forward and I can show you the data being saved and everything like that. And I have the hardware keyboard connected right now. So I'll try and remember to turn that off here. Actually, no, I'll do that right now. And so, and this is for any layout that has a text field, is where the view will push up rather than covering the text field here. So that way the user can see what they're writing or what's being inputted at all times. So, and this is where you would hit the voice recognition, and since it's on the simulator, the voice recognition wouldn't work on here. I would have to load it onto the iPad in order to demo the updating of the database here. But we can head over to budgets here, and as you can see, I already have the data that is loaded from Firebase here, and this data was created within the app, going through the budget creation guy here. And so the user can either choose to create a budget or they can create a saving goal. And then once they enter in that information, and as you can see, the view slides up to give the user full view of the controls and everything. And so once the user creates the goal or the budget, then it'll show up automatically here in the budgets page. So let's go ahead and try that. See, what would be a good budget here? Let's say gas be a good budget. And then for the limit, we'll say $40 a week. And then we hit done. That goes away, and you can see that the database is updated immediately. No loading or anything like that, which is pretty awesome. And then for the save goals, it would be exactly the same methodology here. So we could say, so click it to the saving goal, and we could say, let's see here, we'll just say trip 2. And we'll say $500. Done. And then trip 2 is updated. And then for the progress here, you can see that have the views going back and forth. And then for the progress here, you can see that there's only 5 cents for food here. And then for the trip, you have the $50 that has been added to this goal. So everything is working to a certain extent. I still have to implement Ben's responses in order for him to have some interaction with the user. However, the updating of the budget, so I could say add $100 to trip, and then the database would be updated to the $150, which you'll be able to demo once ever you download it and install on your device, so you can test it out once you sign up, obviously. So yeah, I just got to build up the responses and fix any bugs. Like I can see that the text field and voice recognition button have disappeared, which was something new that I haven't seen until now. So luckily next week has been reserved for pretty much all debugging and everything like that. So I hope you enjoyed this video, and I will get back to work on fixing some bugs. Thank you.